Yeah, happy Thursday, Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. And I think, unless you were just real I don't give a damn type person, most people have, in some shape, form, or fashion, encountered a nice subject matter. Tonight we're talking about sparing folks' feelings when no one cares about yours. Again, that's sparing folks' feelings when no one cares about yours. So, this is bullshit.
Right.
You know, the thing of it is that far too often people go through it, but we have mixed ways we want to handle the situation.
Right.
So tonight's show we're going to discuss those situations of having to be that bigger person, turning the other cheek, act like you didn't hear certain things you did here, moving on.
Right.
How to protect yourself, how to cope with it, and how to move forward and make sure that your feelings aren't put on the back burner. Okay? So we're gonna have a great show now. Again, we're talking about sparing folks' feelings when no one cares about yours. Again, I am Deonte Burden. This is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. I am streaming on both my YouTube channels. Change Lives and Mr. Short Dollar, because we got one of those cross-reference subject matters that I think we can use. So we have a good show, guys. Feel free to leave comments in the chat. Well, not feel free. I want you to leave comments in the chat. But definitely, I want you to call also. The call-in number 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to Mouse producer DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? It's the best day of the week, Thursday.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, folks, man. Yes, sir.
That giving out all this free and good knowledge and information every Thursday.
Yeah,
they're gonna jump on the bandwagon real soon before it leaves the station. But anyway, how you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Today I was humping a little bit. Not out a couple tax returns and everything like that. But everything been pretty cool, man. If you didn't know, the tax deadline is October the 15th. Which is approximately Monday, Tuesday next week, Tuesday, whatever, and everything. So your boys are putting in work. So we're trying to get everything together. But so far, so good. I can't complain at all. What about you, bro?
You know how I'm going. I don't want to say what's going on with me because everyone know where I work at. But
I got you.
Say hey to Mama.
What's up, Mama?
And Mama said, hey, Poochie, Lamb, Slick. So hey, Slick said hey too. I want to ask you a question real quick because I saw on this is pertaining to the tax thing. Then we can move on. I read it somewhere. I want to say it's MSNBC or somewhere on the one of these websites that they were saying that they have let go half of the IRS staff. Like half of them are not there. Is that going to affect the return time, or is that affecting you at all as a running your business?
You talking about with the government shutdown?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're in October, so this is just the extension deadline.
Okay.
So as far as from a customer service standpoint, they talk about it, absolutely. But as far as getting things processed, it really doesn't matter right now because you only have a small fraction. Let's say small fraction. You're talking about maybe 200 people in the United States. Got 200 million people. And you to file, during the right times. I'm gonna say I don't even know if it's 15%. Do it after.
Okay.
The extension deadline. And I apologize for being correct. I'm not for sure. But it doesn't matter that much. Then from a customer service standpoint, absolutely. But from a processing standpoint, but we're at the extension deadline. So you're already late.
It ain't the regular. I forgot about that. You know what? My mind.
No, you cool.
I guess at the regular filing time, it would really affect you.
It can affect you, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing is to get past the deadline.
Okay.
Because even if no one's there or not, if you're late, you're late.
Right.
So we don't accrue any penalties and fees. We want to make sure we get it in October 15th. So
okay.
If you don't, you can always call Majestic Business Services.
There we go.
At www.majesticbiz.com or call us on the phone 678-7. Shit, I'm about to give this number 678 I forgot my damn office number. Now with the 947, I mean, I laugh.
Let me look it up.
Yeah,
let me look it up for us so we'll have it right.
I'm throwing out so many damn numbers.
Right.
Man, I forgot my damn office number.
But anyway, I just want
Thanks,
I want you to break it down like fractions so people would know that you know what you're talking about. That's all.
I appreciate it. I know what they're talking about. I don't even know my damn office number. What the hell is the office number, Larry?
I'm finna
shit, man.
I'm finna look it up.
4007 last four. 678-479-4007.
Oh, okay.
That's it. 678-479-4007.
Yep, 678-409. 678-479-4007.
4007. Damn, I only had the number 20 years. That's some shit.
You can look it up online, type in Majestic Business Services, and it pulls right up with Poochie's face right there on the thing and the direction. So you know it's a legit business when Google pulls it up as the first thing and Bing pulls up as the first thing on the search engine. I'm just saying.
I work hard for them spots. But again, tonight we're talking about sparing folks feeling when no one cares about yours, man. And you know something, man, it's like this is a necessary topic because people walk around here all the time dealing with shit the other folks drop on them and stuff. And you know, you're always worried about, I don't want to do this to the I don't want to say this. And we're dealing with people typically close to us.
Right.
Family, friends, and stuff like that. You know, you don't really get to give damn too much about a stranger.
Right.
You always want to be respectful.
To a family.
Yeah. You know, I'm talking about like to somebody older, stranger. But definitely family. But you know, your I don't give a damn meter. You know, a whole lot shorter. Trey Nicole says, "Hey Deonte, hey Lamb, what's happening?
What's going on? What's going on?
Appreciate you tuning in."
Hey, my meter is in the red, so my don't give an F meter is always in the red.
Shit, well, that's the thing about it. And I would tell people, you typically know when you get north of 50. Shit, that barometer. You know, I'm right there at the cusp of the mountain, right, man. You know,
right.
Well, you know, you ask yourself, why do we keep protecting others when no one is protecting us?
Right.
And you ask yourself, what caused that?
The way we were raised.
You know,
we probably were raised like that.
Be raised like that and everything, but then you go back to the root. Why we raised by that? Why is that okay? So you start thinking about, you know, what are those things? Why do you do that? The first thing I would say is unspoken patterns. And many of us have, like you said, been conditioned to swallow our truth so we don't upset family, friends, and colleagues. You know, just doing that.
Yeah.
Just don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Don't do this, that, and that. And you know, my great grandmother. I got to be cool with her. I got older, but she was so fucking mean to me.
Right.
When we were growing up.
Right.
And I don't know if it was because we were coming from Atlanta, visiting or whatever, but she was so mean for no reason. And when I got older, you know, it was humbling to see, number one, you know, the impact of age and dementia and all that kind of stuff. How just to see the same person, damn near like needing me all the time. It's my great grandmama.
Right.
I spent a good portion of my adolescent life, like letting, you know, just whatever. Not that you're gonna say anything back,
right.
But you be like, well, why the hell ain't y'all saying something?
Right.
Y'all know this lady being mean to me.
Right.
And you know, those kind of things, like, well, you know, no one just would open their mouths. And that bothered me, Larry.
Yeah, you know, my great grandmother was mean too, but I noticed it before she got older. Like when I in my teens, I knew why she was so mean. I mean, we have to attribute it to the fact that, you know, most of them grew up in the South, so they, you know, they the way they were treated when they were younger, coming of age, that hardens a person. So we have to look at it like they may not have been mean, they may have just been guarded people. Like my grandmother was mean, but it was little hints of my great grandmother anyway. With little hints of loving me there. Like, you know, one summer she took me school shopping just out the blue and bought whatever I wanted, and then the next day didn't speak to me. So I'm just saying, like,
well, the thing of it is the why they did that,
right?
And the point of us taking it.
Right.
That's the thing when we're looking at just being conditioned, because you can totally understand, just to even understand doing it. Why a person mistreats you or why a person might act a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the point of just sustaining it. That's what we're talking about tonight. Like sparing other folks' feelings.
Mm-hmm.
When nobody cares about yours, because like I said, you can fully be knowing why they like that.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, I gotta always eat it. So we start, like you say, conditioned by family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is we prioritize peace over honesty, even when the peace comes at an expense. I don't want to hear their mouth. I don't want to say nothing. Every time I say something back to mama go, I ain't talking about you, mama. But
right.
I say something back to him, it's gonna be something said back or whatever. And you're like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna enjoy the holidays. I don't want to go back and forth. So I'm just gonna let them say what they got to say.
Right.
And that shit wears you out.
That's
we start
true.
talking about that. We're talking about reasons, unspoken patterns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we brought over time, a lot of this stuff shit, it build resentment, exhaustion, and you feel really invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You start going to places like that you might want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
But you so tired of taking shit where you got your life okay. Mm-hmm. I'm A-okay over here.
Right.
I want to go over there and deal with this, and I got to hit their mouth and all that stuff, and it ain't necessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to. It's a real funky thing to be in those spots.
Yeah.
And in varying degrees, I think most people deal with it. With people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With family members.
Slick says, because people quick to say, well, you know how they are. That's just them. LaChana says, I can relate about the mean grandma situation. Nobody spoke up. I wonder why I was being dropped off there for hours unattended.
Yeah, I mean, as we get older, and I tell this to my children all the time, the older y'all get, the more the people that you look up to or people over you will disappoint you. Daddy included. Mm-hmm. Because when we younger, people talk to us instead of with us. When you get older, now you got to converse. And I have 3 adult sons. So now we talking. I got to talk to you like you're a man.
Right.
We speak back and forth for some stuff. Like, damn, Daddy, like you said this, but then you did this and you're doing this and stuff. And those kind of things, when we start looking back at, why did you leave? Why did you do that? And you get a lot of tough question and answers. Why people start doing certain stuff.
Right.
And so we start looking at why do we do it? And I want to go with a couple of reasons why I feel like people do it. Guys, again, we're talking about sparing people's feelings when nobody cares about yours. Feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, it's 678-740-9894. Leave your comments in the chat. So why do we do it? Number one, we kind of touched on that fear of conflict, right? Keeping quiet feels easier than starting a fight. You know what I'm saying? And especially depending on how the fight gonna go.
Right.
Are you and this person gonna be able to have a conversation going back and forth? Or they gonna do some bullshit? I don't want to hear it, hang up the phone. Right? Walk away from it. Don't say, whatever. Like, man, I don't want to go through that because I mess around and let me and Lab talking. I let Lab get everything off his chest. Soon as I start saying something, I want to hear that stuff or whatever. Cause soon as you hang up.
Right.
You block, you disappear.
Right.
Why would I want to do that again?
True.
So, those kind of things, people just, I don't even want to deal with it. Nobody, my how I feel, I'm put on the back burner because I can't talk to that person at all. Next is people pleasing, gaining validation by keeping others comfortable. Sometimes, people just, they so damn sensitive. You sit here and say one thing, they just turn. As soon as you say how you feel, your opinion, how you think, I mean, you have just really damn near cussed them out.
Right.
You just sit there. You might just call them every horrible word
in the book,
and you might not even. It was nothing personal. Just like, look, man, I don't like you talking about me like that. I don't like I don't like you talking about my kids or doing these kind of things. Went off all kind of stuff, and we be like, damn, how you can be so damn hard from my perspective, but then soon as I say something to your ass, down turn the bottom.
Right.
I can't believe you said that. You said this, because you can talk to a certain tone or say certain things. People say that shit to me all the time. It's not what you said, Pooch, it's how you say it. how I say it, English,
mean,
you know,
hard,
you know, whatever,
harsh.
you know, people, people always want things to be corrected, but they want to be corrected the way they want to be. That's how life is. You know what I'm saying?
LaChana said, just because that's the way they are doesn't make it right. I speak up for my kids against my mom. It's considered disrespectful nowadays to speak up. People don't know how to agree to disagree.
No, like I've always said, only 15% of the world operates in logic. Most people go off how they feel.
Right.
How, you know, me and damn PJ talking the other day, man. Well, yeah, I think. I don't even know what you think.
Right.
No.
What you know.
And a lot of times, people just, you know, just don't process like that. You know, to that point, when we start talking about why people do it, another one is just culture and family pressure. You talk respect and not rock the boat. My ex-father, you know, he was such an asshole. He's such an asshole still. And that was his biggest thing. He's always like, you know, don't disrespect your elders.
Right.
And you know me, man. I don't think I have any problem finding anybody about to say Pooh's perfect gentleman.
Right.
Always respectful. Never disrespectful to anybody. Young, old, or whatever. But people get the term elder confused. Elder is a person at a point of wisdom.
Right.
And then we got older.
Right.
All elders aren't, you know, all elders are not elders. Right. Because you can be a much younger person and be full of wisdom and you're an elder, right? And he was such an ass, man, just say things to you that were just so wrong. And because he felt because he was older.
You don't put saying that back.
Exactly. Idiot. Man, I'm so damn glad I got to do that. So those kind of things, man, again, that was just the thing. And I had to really teach my kids not to be disrespectful to your grandfather. But hey, man, you have to learn to avoid conversation with people that you can't converse with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
they way is the only way.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, you know who you're talking to.
Right.
You know, keep your precious oxygen.
Because they never gone
listen,
your side of the situation.
Do not exercise your eardrums. You know what I'm saying?
Just say okay and keep walking.
You know, and again, you know, when we start talking about why people do it, the sacrifice mindset, believe in love equals constant compromise. So if I just let it go and just kind of roll with it, that means we're good. And that's one thing about it, man. When I say love equal constant compromise, far too often we're like, okay, well, that's my mom or that's my dad, and we're just gonna let it go. And y'all, when you start letting people do you a certain way,
they're gonna keep doing it.
They're gonna keep doing it.
And you know where we guilty that we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole. I think we are guilty of that compromise a lot when we're married. We just, you know, when I was married, I used to let stuff slide a lot. You know, my ex-wife would just say stuff to me and do stuff to me, and I'm thinking, okay, I love her. I want to make sure she's happy. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that slide. You know what I'm saying? It's always letting it slide. And I let it slide for we're talking about 20, 25 years in. You get what I'm saying? So it was just I think I compromised too much to where the compromise became to her as a vision of weakness because I wouldn't say anything back half the time. So I think that's where we do our marriage and our relationships of misjustice by not saying anything, and then we hold stuff back and then we build stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Then it just blows up. I think we're very guilty of that when we're married. Slick says, my son and my mom didn't get along, and his kids picked up the same feelings, but never being disrespectful. I'm being told I'm a little hard or brash, but of my friends, I'm the one they always tell the truth to.
You know, to your point, what you just said about with marriage, I'm gonna be honest with you, Larry. I think that shit with everything.
Yeah.
How many times we sit there and go to work, and our thoughts and all that stuff are just passed over? Well, you have a good idea, a good point, but it just nobody, you know. And I know that shit happened to me.
Well,
just with just how I thought, I thought, and I knew, not thought, even knew things could be more effective or efficient doing it this way. Not Deonte, not listen, and I'm listening to imbeciles, like, you know, just we're doing that. But I only say that to say, in so many facets of life, we constantly compromise.
Yeah, constantly
compromising. Nobody gives a damn about, you know what, you You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't relate to the work thing because I always said how I felt at work.
I got you.
I always said how I felt, and I always felt. And if they didn't implement the idea that I had, I always would tell them, this gonna fail.
Okay.
I think I compromise more with my friends and with my relationships than I did with work because I've always felt that a job will let me go tomorrow regardless of what I do or how I act if they just choose to do so. So I always let my feelings flow and I always tell them how I feel. I've just always been that way when it comes to employment.
Okay, so even with that point, say just say if you like, I ain't got no problem speaking of myself. I take it for myself and I speak my point.
Mm-hmm.
The issue don't be if I can speak my point. This they even give a fuck what you say.
Right.
Like I can sit here and say, well, I
wouldn't hold it back like I would in a relationship, though. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it out.
I get because I had no damn problem expressing Deonte's point. They just didn't give a fuck.
Now that's a different story. That's a different story. Okay.
Hey, I felt like one of them damn comedians. When they tell a joke and the whole
crickets.
Crickets. Man, boy, I tell you, you sit there and just this, that, and that. They look like okay, Deonte.
You're right.
And get out. So it wasn't even the issue of like not even saying what I felt here. They just didn't give a
Okay, that's a whole different story.
So anybody knows me. I ain't got no problem biting my tongue. But that was one thing. But I do want to ask everybody, guys. Call in, but definitely put something in the chat. Let me know. Just say, has there ever been a time when you bit your tongue to avoid hurting somebody, even when it hurts you? Was there ever a time that you bit your tongue from hurting somebody's feelings, even when it hurts you, right?
Yes.
And so if, put it in the chat or comment if that happened to you, because I'm gonna tell you this to you, man. I'm gonna say this. There was definitely a time where, like you said, the relationship. I definitely knew that was the case. Dealing with with my in-laws, I definitely wanted to say some stuff.
Right.
That was certain ways. There were certain things, even with just buddies. People say certain things and stuff. We're doing it. Sexy Red Ball 28 says yes all the times. It do something to you.
Mm-hmm.
It do something to you because you be so. Because again, we it's one thing when we hurt. Like we know we hurt. Damn, that shit rubbing us on our way. But it's like you express yourself to this other person. It's like they damn gonna explode and just crumble when you say how you feel.
Right.
You be like, mother, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But like I said again, what we talking about tonight, you worry about everybody else. Folk don't give a damn about you.
Don't care not one bit about how you feel.
That's the thing about it. So when people you sit there and think about that, like so many times, you say in relationships, at your job, hell, even like your kids, like kid done had a rough day, went to an event, and you like, man, you see your kid all upset, and they're like, well, you should have got me these shoes.
Right.
You sorry, man? I'd have bought your ass some jets. Your ass still would have came in late. Slow motherfucker.
Right. That's what you want to say.
Hell. You better have my children. Say something stupid. Say it. Hey, ass calling you damn therapist. Don't start it. But real talk, we suppress a lot of stuff, man. We're doing it. So we just went over a couple reasons why people may do it. But now we'll just address a couple, just to address the cost of always sparing folks feeling, having that impact that it does to you. And number one, being emotional burnout, carrying everyone's load but your own. It being where you just kind of damn them numb to stuff because, again, I've been this quiet person. I'm the damn walking punching bag. People stepping on me or whatever like that, it will burn your ass out. We're talking, again, just by constantly putting everybody's feelings or how they feel before yours. Okay, so we got to be careful of that, right? Oh man, we got somebody tripping. That damn TikTok, boy. Boy, I tell you,
TikTok.
Yeah. Somebody, Kareem Ramadan. Okay, don't call ICE or something.
Is that what he said?
Nah, I'm saying that.
Oh,
oh Lord, you don't be ass tonight with y'all. But anyway, the cause of sparing feeling, again, that emotional burnout. Second one is, and this is very important because a lot of people deal with this, guys. You start laughing. The second one, guys, is that broken identity. You start voicing your needs until you forget really who the hell you are. You start worrying about everybody else's feelings. That's all right, I ain't gonna say it. And you lose you.
Yeah.
Because you're so worried about how other people feel. You gotta be that, man. I'm telling you something. That's when you get your spirit broke, man, it's hard to get that shit back. And typically, unless you do some kind of a situation change, you won't be able to do that. So you gotta be very careful. And we're talking about the consequences of sparing that by feeling that emotional burnout, broken identity. When you lose yourself, man, typically it's hard to get that back.
Yeah,
until you have that change in your life to do it.
It takes a lot of training, but you know what? Like if you in the one for this is how my opinion. If you step out of one bad relationship and then you step into another relationship and you seem to be getting the same treatment in that relationship, sometimes that could change your attitude. You're like, you know what? It don't matter what I say or how I do. I'm going to say what I want to say and how I want to say it because these people obviously don't care about me. So why should I care about them? It takes a dramatic situation to change your attitude about certain things.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, leaving a relationship, moving from a situation, start a new job, whatever. You got to do something because it's very hard to correct bullshit while you go staying in bullshit, right? So it's kind of hard to do that. And another thing, the cost of being unequal relationships. Others take your silence permission to keep doing stuff.
They do. They take it as weakness.
I always tell my children, man, your silence is your compliance. And when you let people do stuff, and then you address it, well, you never said nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you know wrong any damn way, but regardless of I said something. But people will have that ignorant take on it because you didn't say anything. You got to open your mouth, right? Because again, intentional, unintentional, stuff like that, people keep moving along. Poochie don't care. Poochie don't mind.
Right.
The hell I don't. Right? But Poochie ain't said nothing. Right? So you got to make sure we're protecting ourselves because a lot of times, I don't even want to give people that kind of grace to say they were ignorant or whatever. But regardless, like, look, man, don't take advantage of shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times we get scared to say certain things, especially when we have to talk about our friends or associates, because we may be afraid of losing them. Associate might be a good person to hang out with or whatever. And we just afraid that anything that we say back may hurt their feelings to where they don't want to, communicate with us anymore or talk to us anymore. That's why we have to evaluate. I always say we got to evaluate our friendships and our circles, and we got to use that friend word very sparingly, because if you look back on things and you know that this person can come to you and tell you everything, lay it out on the line for you, and then as soon as you go to them to lay it down on the line on them, first thing they say, well, let me get back to you. I got something to do. You got, they don't care about how you're feeling at this particular moment, but you stop everything when they feel in some type of way.
Lab, you got a great point. I want you to think about this. Why I want everybody to just think about for a second. Where the hell you got to be as an individual that you so damn worried about the response from somebody else that you're not even thinking about, or you're neglecting yourself and how you feel about stuff. Where do you at? Well, where are you at? Because like what you just said, I don't want to lose this friendship. I don't want to hurt this relationship. Where are you at? It's not picking. It's something just for us to just think about. Where am I at? To where I can just sit here and just put someone else's feelings, and I'm not even concerned about mine. Mine's not a priority.
Right.
Where I'm so worried about losing this friendship, losing this relationship, that I'm not even considering how I feel. It's just something to think about.
Some people don't want to be lonely. Some people don't want,
Well, to the point where I just said some people want to be lonely. Is that really companionship by compromising your feelings? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You did what I'm saying. Like, is that really
that equal footing?
Yeah, but that's the thing about it. Like, just think about it. Sometimes we got to think about it. Trainer Code says they want to feel needed or wanted, and I think. No person wants to feel rejected.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody do.
Right.
Everybody want to feel okay, cool, this, that, and that. They got different degrees on whatever. So I can dig it.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot ever put yourself in a situation where you just don't forgot about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, to the point, if you want to feel needed or wanted, are you needed or wanted?
Right.
Sometimes we can't don't get needed or wanted confused with acknowledged.
Okay.
Like I see you though.
Right.
I see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can't get that confused. Like person know you there, but this is okay, need and want me.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta make sure that we never lose sight of that we are the priority, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we look at those costs that, another one just hidden resentment, which eventually cause us to explode, or poison certain connections. How many times have we been suppressing?
Mm-hmm.
And that inner tube get full of air.
Pop.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't never did this, and
right.
You 50 years old. When my 12th birthday, you a daddy, you such and such took my girlfriend, man, that was damn 94. I was daddy. You like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
What the fuck is going on?
Right.
And you took, all y'all went somewhere, and y'all didn't call me. Man, when you talking about that? You know that. Back before such died, man, they been dead 10 years.
Right.
The fuck are you talking about?
Right.
That's the kind of shit that happens.
Yeah.
When you sit there and hold stuff in, you start yelling about shit nobody remembers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you remember. Because it hurt you so bad.
There's nothing like having an argument with somebody that brings up stuff that happened years ago. I've been in that type of argument. I've been in that type of conversation. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you bringing that? What that got to do with what we're going through right now? Like, and again, I hate to harking back to when I was married, but these are the conversations we had. And she'd be like, when we got married, you didn't even buy a real ring. I'm like, but we both was in college. Like, I mean, you think like, where'd that come from? So, I get it. LaTana says you sometimes you think, if you show them sacrifice by putting their feelings over your own, it is a demonstration of how much you love or care for them. Sad but true. I agree.
Yeah,
but sometimes you think that you show them, okay, you first in my life. I hope I'm first in yours, and that's never hardly ever the case.
Well, the I think there's a difference between sometimes when you actually listen to somebody and paying attention to what they're saying, instead of always being like, okay, cool, letting them vent, or more so letting the person vent. Because all the time people don't want to sit here and get your feedback. Sometimes they want to get shit out of their chest.
Right.
And I understand. And I always, myself, anybody know me, I usually say, okay, but you want my opinion and you want to talk. I just want to talk. Okay, cool. Just rant.
What's going on, Sexy Step? I hope I'm saying that right. Sexy Step.
Sexy Step.
Sexy
Step.
I like that name.
Come to the stage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come to the stage now. The Sexy Step.
Okay. Well, you set yourself over that one. Yes. But sometimes people want to just get stuff out, and some people want some kind of dialogue. I say that to say, you can only you can let people vent to you and get stuff off their chest, but sometimes you have to remind folks, like, just gonna let you talk don't mean I agree with you.
Right.
I'm letting you talk. Because you say, well, I say that, yeah, I get it. That don't mean I agree with you. That don't mean the shit right to me either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you talk, right? Because you just want to get it. Because what people will say about certain other people, or even say to you, or whatever, that's one thing. But when a person I talking to you about, well, when you say things this way, you do things that way. No, I didn't, or whatever. Like, no, that isn't it. But because they want to feel right or they want to feel validated, they'll say certain things. And if you don't check shit, people keep moving on. Like, because again, when I said this and you didn't say nothing.
Right.
No, that wasn't right.
And they'll take the fact that you're not saying anything as that they were right.
Yeah. Exactly.
You must agree with me because you didn't say nothing about it.
Like I say, you silence your compliance.
Right.
But you have to be you gotta be able to talk to folks because again, if a person want to vent, you want to let them get out. Okay, they can be talking about you. When they get to a certain point, like, hey, don't go too damn far. That's not what it is. I don't want to go back and forth with you. That ain't what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Well, and it's gonna be a tough conversation to talk about something concerning me if I don't agree with it.
Right.
Or if it's something that can impact us as a friendship or a situation later in just business or relationship or whatever. Some things you have to address. You just can't let a person keep talking about we're doing it. But yeah, people be very careful with that because, like I said, sometimes people just want to get stuff out. Everything got to be no back and forth. But you got to be very, very careful how far you let a person go along because, again, when you don't say shit, you don't address shit, you're agreeing to shit, without agreeing, right? Trader Cole said, yep, that's it. Silence your compliance. Well, you don't say it. That's it. You got to be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Because people get worse.
Yeah.
People get worse for doing that. Guys, again, tonight's show, we're talking about sparing folks' feeling when no one cares about yours. Again, sparing folks' feeling when no one cares about yours. Feel free to leave your comments in the chat. Also, call in 678-740-9894. I know damn well everybody just ain't big talkers and express how they feel.
LaTonna says, harboring old feelings because some people never made peace or healed. When something else new occurs, that pulls a Band-Aid off an old wound that never gets a chance to heal. I agree. But at the same time, just because I didn't say anything about it doesn't mean that, or just because when we're having this conversation, you didn't bring it up, and I'm thinking I'm thinking you healed from it. I'm being 100% honest. If you didn't say nothing to me about it, and then we're moving on, we having a whole nother conversation 3 years later about something totally different, and you bring this up, how am I supposed to know it's still the issue? You never mentioned the issue to me in the 3 years prior that that we've had other disagreements. You get what I'm saying? Or other conversations that probably was along these same lines that you bringing up now.
Hey, Lab, listen, I got no problem being accountable, owning shit I done did wrong, period, or to a person.
Right.
But if we done, and I understand there's a process or phase people have to go through to get past shit. But this ain't finna be no forever, man. Thanks for calling Change the Lives. Who am I speaking with?
This Tree Nicole.
What's that?
This Tree Nicole.
What's going on now?
Hey, I just want to say this is a great topic. Very great topic tonight.
Okay.
So I just want to just chime in because I have a problem and I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate through it. Now, I have a problem with sparing family feelings versus like a friend or someone outside of my own family. Like it's sometimes I don't like to have those hard conversations, but I know I have to. So I'm trying to figure like why am I like that with family? Why am I not like that with family like I am with someone outside of my family?
Oh, that's easy because family always gonna be there. The thing of it is that friends we can block friends, we can get new friends. You always gonna have your family, right? So and a lot of times family members are gonna be there for us when friends may disappear. And you got some friends that may be a little closer than others with doing it. But to the point we were talking about earlier, depending on the capacity of that family member, like it can be conditional. Like, you're gonna just avoid conflict with them. You're gonna just say certain things, just suppress it. It's less why I'm doing it with this particular person. Just some things just kind of understood or done with family members that you may not necessarily be with people that are outside of your family. Cause I'm pretty sure, you have varying degrees of friends. Some friends you may kind of let poke the bell a little bit more than others and everything. But when we start getting into family members, especially depending on where they at with us, I definitely know my mother, my father, grandparents have said things. I know mom on here, but said stuff. I'm like, hold on now. Look, call back Trey Cole, the call drop, but to that point, there are things that some people have said. You know what I mean? That you just like, hey, you're going a little too far. We're doing it, but that's nothing uncommon.
Yeah.
We're having a situation, and to be honest with you, it's really unfortunate because people know they be wrong. When I say that people, I'm talking about the people that are close to you, but because they just feel like I can say any damn thing to your ass and stuff like that, they do it, and it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate because appreciate you calling in, Trey Nicole. Call back if you didn't get to finish what you were talking about, but we got people that are close to you. They'll know that you kind of might be a little hesitant with doing that, but it's nothing uncommon. And I will say this, man, your ass gotta make boundaries. You gotta make boundaries. So they're going into what we want to talk about now, just shifting the dynamic. How do you shift the dynamic to say, hey, look, man, I ain't no damn punching bag.
Right.
I'll let y'all ass get away with too much shit. So we need to get this on the right track because at the end of the day, if you don't, nobody can protect you like you. Nobody's gonna protect you like you. And far too often we get in these patterns. Like we said earlier, we lose ourselves, we forget who we are, we lose our voice and stuff like that, and you feel real funky about yourself.
Well, I shift my pattern after 25 years of marriage and going through that. My philosophy now is everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. Mama, grandmama, auntie, uncle. If I get married again, wife, my children, the dog, everybody can get it. I don't give a damn who it is. I'm gonna say what I'm. My mind works so well now that I be thinking it, and my mouth just starts running. I'm gonna say what I want to say. If you like it or not, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Kick rocks or deal with it. I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna say it how I want to say it. How you take it is how you take it. Everybody can get it now. Sorry.
No matter who.
I used to be understanding. Now I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like that's my mentality right now. Sorry for the French, mama.
No, you good. We got Shane Diamond on TikTok saying, "I am white and I love you." I told you I got some. I told you to listen.
Right.
I told you. Appreciate that, Shane Diamond. Love you too. I told you to listen to me. I told you.
Right.
You won't believe me. So we start talking about shifting dynamic. Again, guys, we're talking about sparing folks feeling when no one cares about you, cares about yours. Shift the dynamic, how we get back on track. The first thing we got to do is acknowledge your needs have value. Your feelings matter as much as theirs. Self-silencing doesn't make you noble. It makes you invisible. Self-silencing does not make you noble. It makes you invisible. Right? That's the kind of thing, Trader Cole said. I know that's right, Leah. You got to make sure that you look, man, my how I feel is important. I don't want to hurt mama. I don't want to hurt daddy. But shit, I really don't want to hurt me in the process.
Right.
I fuck around trying to make everybody feel good, and I ain't even enjoying waking up in the morning. Right. So we got to be very careful there. The second thing is practice honest, respectful communication. Practice honest, respectful communication.
That's what Slick just said. She said, "I'm on everybody can get it too, but in a respectful way to some people."
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, people say all the time, Poochie, what you said, how you said it, and I know me. I think I'm very stern, but I don't necessarily call folks out their name. I'm very good at communicating, right? I do it for a living. But sometimes people just don't like your honesty. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to get honest and confused with their respect. If you're being genuine, just because you didn't like it, or you never been told before. And again, my opinion.
Right.
How I feel is how I feel.
Right.
Now I don't have to be vulgar and profane with it and everything, but you're not always gonna get things the way you get it. But when we say that, say what you mean without being cruel. And a good example is I've been holding back to keep the peace, but it's hurting me. Here's how I feel. Simple.
Right. But
let me say this too, guys, and I just want to be brutally honest with you. when we're giving advice and we're talking about these kind of things, you do have to be prepared for worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't gonna like what you say. Everybody's not gonna like that you stood up for yourself, right? Everybody gonna agree with you,
right?
So be prepared for the no.
Right.
Thanks for calling Change the Lives. Who am I speaking with?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? You be prepared for the rebuttal. Be prepared for that, and just old people getting upset with you, saying some shit. You're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting to go that direction, whatever. Right. But be prepared for that. So, because at the end of this ain't your boy. Thanks for calling, Change Your Lives. Who am I speaking with?
Pick up the hand. Huh? Hello? I don't want to talk. They don't want to keep calling.
No, it's all good. But you just be prepared for that. Mm-hmm. I think far too often people have conversation with folks, but they don't necessarily have their mind prepared for
same number.
Yeah, same number.
Okay, see what they say.
Thanks for calling, Change Your Lives.
Hello?
Yes. You call Change Your Lives.
Hello?
Who am I speaking with?
Hello?
He can hear you. See, I told you that when cousins start fucking around, that's what happened. So that's what happened. When cousins start doing stuff,
he can hear you because everybody else can hear you.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, when sisters and brothers start laying up and everything, you make hello? Hey, boy, that's what happened, man.
Lord.
Yeah, exactly, 6 Redbone 28 say, not him again.
I may have to put a phone up here and start screening calls. That's what I may have to do.
It's all G, man. But we ain't gonna make you in the minor. But again, make sure that guys, you practice that honest, respectful communication. Mm-hmm. Real talk. Because those are the kind of things that I think a lot of times people don't do. And also put yourself in you as a person that want to talk for yourself. Right. It's already tough to stand up for yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's already scary enough to say, man, they may not respect what I'm saying. Right. But it's possible. Right. So kind of condition yourself to get the flatbacks. Right. They want everybody to understand that. Yeah. Be mentally prepared for the brushback, for the blowback, for the. I didn't even think we were gonna go there. Man, my sister or mama, whatever, significant. They don't even think spoke to me for a week or two. Right. And you didn't really say nothing disrespectful. Just you stood up for yourself. Mm-hmm. But mentally prepare yourself for that. For the blowback. Don't be afraid to protect you because you're afraid of that. Mm. Don't be afraid of that. I just want, oh man, that's my damn best friend. Man, call back, Noel.
Tell him turn down the radio when you call.
Noel, when you call, cut your radio off and just call in, man. Yeah. Man, that's my dog calling in, man.
I bet he said so.
Yeah. Damn, Noel. Call back, Noel. Call back, Noel.
Call back. We sorry.
Yeah.
This public number gets some crazy folks to call.
Well, you aren't a sort of incense. That's my dog. Call back, Noel. I see something, man.
Slick says that she says if my mama can get it respectfully, everybody else is open season. I've been told my face tells the story even when I'm not saying shit. This is true. Her face says it before her mouth does.
Nah, B. Hold on 1 second, man. It's over here. What's going on, Noel?
Oh,
what's happening, man?
What's going on?
Now, your ass not know how to use a damn phone. That's what the hell going on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. We don't. I don't need you trying to hear yourself.
Oh, no. I got the radio down. I know how to do it.
Clearly you don't, but I'm listening. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
Nothing much, man. So you got incidents where spared other folks' feelings and put yours on the back burner?
I'm not sparing nobody. I have the set I do struggle with is my kids.
Gotcha. And why is that?
Because they're emotionally soft.
Okay. So with it,
they not like us, where we grew up, we had to just deal with stuff, and they lean heavily into their emotions now.
Let me ask you a question, because
Yes.
I can look at it from the same perspective. I ain't disagreeing with you, bro. The thing, I guess, what I'm wondering, like when we start thinking about our kids, do you think that when we say, okay, my kids, they're not built the same. They are a whole lot more sensitive. But
at all.
But are they that sensitive because they only have a small facet of their lives where they deal with us? Is it that we can't handle their reaction? Because at the end of the day, the world is way more crueler than we could ever be. So just follow what I'm saying, dog.
That's a part of it. They want me to tap dance around their feelings when I told them a long time ago the world don't give a fuck about your feelings.
But check this out though. So with that said, is it that they more sensitive with us, or we just can't handle their reaction the same way?
The reaction is when you try to have hard conversations, they want to just tune out and stop talking to you. Like, what would happen if we tried that without parents?
Okay, so how far you let that go?
I mean, what can I do? They grown.
That's all I got to say. Because that's the thing about it. Because that's a good point you bring up. A lot of times we say like, children, people close to us, even some friends, like, I don't want to push it too far because I might hurt their feelings. But
I don't give a shit about their feelings, but they want you to.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, is that they want you to, or they know that we'll consider that because of who they are to us. Because at the end of the day, like, if a person nobody cares, they ain't gonna pull that card. But when a person,
it's not about caring, because they know I care and I love them, and whatever I'm dealing with them on is from a place of love. But it's hard to shoot them straight between the eyes because they can't take it.
So do you have any way you that you alleviate that, or you just deal with it?
Yeah, I just let them be, and when they get in over their head, they come back.
That's perspective. See, I always look at it like this, man. I feel like people, you can't let your concern for how they take stuff override your feelings, because, like I said, if and I'm just speaking, I know, like, even with mines and people that I'm close with, I think people know, because they know certain people don't give a damn. They know people that do care. I don't need to overemphasize trying to be understanding and caring, not hurting their feelings, when they know everybody ain't gonna do that. And you ain't gonna give me the same grace, right? So that's the thing with that. But it's fun. It's tough. It's tough. And even the conversation we have tonight, I'm not saying anything that we talk about will be easy, but most of it is necessary if you want, not be burnt out and be crushed trying to, worry about everybody else's feelings.
Well, my thing is, how I deal with it is I had to understand that no matter what happens, I still have to live, and I still have to put one foot in front of the other and keep it moving. So, I feel how I feel, but I can't get caught up in how they react to whatever I give to them.
No, I got you with that. Well, brother, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Where they got you on the road?
I'm in Indiana, about to be in Ohio, headed to Toledo.
Okay. Well, be safe
out there. I'm watching you. I'm watching also, just to FYI, I'm watching you on YouTube, and there's a big delay.
A bit, yeah, that ain't nothing uncommon. They ain't nothing uncommon.
Well, it's my first time calling in.
No, it's cool, man. But brother, I appreciate you calling in, dog. I appreciate you calling in, man. I hope you enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I'm checking y'all out. I'm like laughing, I'm like laughing because you've been knowing me almost 30 years now, and it's blunt force trauma. You know what you get.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You going to the Falcons same game?
No. I'm going to DR next week.
Okay, well, excuse me. Can't compete with that. All right, boy, man. Love you, man. You be safe out there. I'll rap with you, boy.
Love you too, brother.
All
right.
Appreciate my dog called in, man. We had a little damn technical difference. I thought it was that damn freak calling in. The worm guy.
Right.
So we started talking about a couple things to shift the dynamic. Again, it's nice show we're talking about sparing folks' feeling when nobody cares about yours. And we're just going to recover dynamics to help you protect it. The third one I want to just talk about just setting boundaries without guilt. Setting boundaries without guilt. And that is, understand what I'm about to say, guys, and just really let it sink in.
Okay.
No is a full sentence.
It is.
No is a full damn sentence.
Mm-hmm. And it's relieving.
Hey, we ain't got to go far into it. No.
But it's also relieving. It's a pressure valve release. It's all that. No is such a great word because it does so many things with 2 letters.
Well, here's the deal, though, dog. Protecting your peace don't mean you love people in the list.
Right.
I'm just making myself priority.
Right.
I'm just making myself priority, man. And my worry about you can't be greater than protecting my peace. Remember that, guys. No is a full damn sentence. Subject and verb. Subject and predicate. I'm sorry. See why I struggle.
Right.
Next one is notice who respects your truth. Notice who respects your truth. Healthy relationship adjust when you speak up. And toxic ones punish you for honesty. Those made you distance yourself from. So you got to make sure you when you are being straight up with somebody about how you feel and something like that with things, and then they get all hostile and raising sand and stuff like that, you might need to stay the fuck away from them. No matter how much you love, no how much you care about them and everything like that, because in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be more detrimental to you, right? I ain't saying don't speak to your sibling again. I ain't saying don't speak to your parent again. I ain't saying cut your kids off. But I am saying you better put limitations on certain things because you're not going to enjoy dealing with them. And we're trying to avoid them explosion.
Right.
So notice who respect your truth. Okay? You got a question? You about to say something?
Slick says that I've been told that I say the word no better than most.
Okay.
And she does say no very, very prophetically.
Now, one of my sayings is no means not right now.
Right.
But guys, that's from a selling standpoint. That's from a pursuing standpoint when we do that. But we're talking about a protecting standpoint.
Right.
So again, guys,
it's a solid no with an exclamation point, depending on who it is. It's a solid no with a period. I mean, there's nothing after this sentence, after this word. There's no more sentences or no more words coming.
Yeah, and it's a solid F no if a person got a hearing problem.
Right.
I done say it several times. So we just protect yourself, guys. Just protect yourself. And lastly, guys, ways to care without losing yourself. Ways to care without losing yourself. Instead of sparing every feeling, just pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Like offer truth with compassion, but love softens the delivery. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, just let me tell you this, let me tell you that, and everything. It depending on how receptive they are. Like Noel said, people just so sensitive. I don't think everybody that damn sensitive. I think people just we agree to disagree, but I don't think people that damn sensitive. I think people would just listen to some folks they ain't. And depending on your relationship, because your supervisor can tell you this is bullshit, and how can I fix it, bro? And then you tell them the same thing, and then there's gonna be this big rebuttal. Right. And I don't mean to be joking about that. I'm just saying, like people don't want to hit a certain damn switch on, fair, unfair. So I'm just saying, like, we see these damn all these videos on social media. these cops pull these folks over,
Mm-hmm.
and you see them.
They respond.
They call the black officer coon and all this other kind of stuff. The white officer come, sir, ma'am, all this other kind of stuff. Like, damn, how people get very professional. White folks come around,
right.
And but it's just that whole point of that. We not joking, but just sometimes I think people adjust to where they feel like they need to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They feel like they can be more lax, be respectful. Just trying to think the word, back and forth with you with doing that. They'll do it, but they feel like they shouldn't. Or they're afraid. People know how to snap into it. So right. I don't give too much grace with people can't handle certain stuff.
Right.
I think people turn that switch when they want to.
They have emotional maturity when they need to.
Absolutely. There you go. Appreciate it, Lab.
Yeah.
That's my job. If people constantly disregard your feelings, stop expecting from them what they shown they can't give. If people constantly disregard your feelings, stop expecting from them what they've shown you they can't give. You can't want somebody to be a certain way more than they even care to be that way.
Right.
You don't give a damn.
Right.
But your desire to see them in a certain light, they don't mean this, they don't mean that. You study putting knots on your damn head. Oh, you mean to knock your ass out? Damn, what you trying to justify why he putting a knot on your head.
Right.
We ain't joking. I'm being dead ass serious right now. You got to sit here and say that's how they are. You know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna change.
You know what I mean? I feel like she loved me, but she keep doing these certain things and stuff like that. What she doing is what she doing. I mean, she don't love me. I mean, she don't know what she doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can't sit here and just try to find a positive in bullshit. You can't.
Yeah.
When you sit there and constantly like, look, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this. Man, like I said again, when you lose yourself, it's one of the worst feelings in the world.
You can't expect you out of other people. We say it all the time. I can't expect me out of other people. Just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that someone else won't do it either. People are who they are. They're gonna do what they've always been doing. And just because I choose not to do that, don't mean they're gonna look at me and say, I'm not gonna do it too. They still gonna do it. Because they've been getting away with it and doing it for this amount of time. So why not feel like they could get away with it and do it to me if they've done it to everyone else that they encounter?
Yeah. You gotta be cool walking away.
Yeah.
And see, like what Trey Nicole called early and just being with family members. I think a lot of times people just we love our families, but we just don't be, same thing probably with like a relationship or it's a job. We be kind of hesitant to deal with the result. I don't want to really say
fallout.
I don't really want to say what I want to say because I don't want to lose my job.
Right.
I don't really want to say what I want to say because I do love this person as a friend, and they ain't gonna be able to take what I got to say.
Right.
And we're not talking about unsolicited advice. We're talking about somebody doing. We had a conversation, and you doing certain things. Talking over me in public, leaving me hanging, forgetting this, that, and that, and all this kind of stuff. If shit happened to you, I can't find you and stuff. When I try to talk to you about it, oh man, that ain't what it is, or this, that, and that.
Oh, you tripping? Yeah,
you tripping. They being dismissive, blowing you out. But look, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to take a step back. Yeah. Don't be afraid. 6 Red Bone 28 says facts, Lab. Just be okay with protecting yourself. No matter, again, I ain't never telling nobody, forget your family, forget your relationships and stuff like that. But I am big on, damn man, what the hell? I'm extremely big on being pro you. I'm real big on being pro you. So if you protecting yourself, you doing certain things, that's in the greater good of you. Rub people the wrong way can't really help that because you only got one you. You know what I'm saying? And when something happens to you, stroke, fall out, snap, or whatever, why they ain't saying that to nobody? Well, they should have said something to everybody. No. Take care of yourself first. What you got to say, Larry?
Slick says people make excuses to things and people they deal with, i.e. people getting beat or dogged out in relationships and will justify why it's happening or why they deal with it. A lot of times.
That's why I said when you lose yourself, you figure out you got all kinds of solutions on shit you know better.
Right. You know it's not right.
Yeah, you know better.
I'm gonna give you one good example how people can just you give them rope, they won't be a cowboy. When me and my ex-wife was married, she used to go out. She used to like to go to the clubs a lot. So she used to go to the clubs. She come in at 1 o'clock in the morning. I not say nothing. Go out a couple more times. 1 o'clock. Go out a few more times. It's 3 o'clock now. She coming in at 3. I don't say nothing. She go out, start going out a little bit more, coming in at 4 o'clock. I don't say nothing. Then going out a little bit more, a couple more months, going out. Then at 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning start happening because I was not saying anything. She was like, well, shoot, I'm finna, he give me this much rope. I'm gonna see how much rope I can get.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I wasn't saying them because, well, she was grown and she knew that a woman going out to a club shouldn't be coming home at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. But she wanted to step that line and see how much she could go.
Yeah.
You know, and when that's 6 or 7 o'clock and I started snapping, she knew, okay, let me bag this up. You know what I'm saying? But it should have got that long.
What time she changed it to, Lab?
Actually, she stopped going out for a little while.
Okay. You could at the 60. I was like, did she go from 65?
Nah, I'm just saying that was just an example of when you don't say anything. And 2, 3 o'clock, okay, it is. She grown. But when you start getting off to 3 and 4 and 5 and all that stuff, I feel like it's just being disrespectful to me as the person within your life that you're dealing with.
Do you feel like you did compromise? You put yourself in a situation where you had to snap, where you probably could address that earlier?
Because I felt like if I didn't snap, if I would have addressed it earlier, it probably wouldn't have got that way. But since I didn't, and it was my fault that I didn't address it, now I'm here. You get what I'm saying? Now it's totally my fault because I did not address that. So I have to deal with it the way I have to deal with it. But it's just one of the things. Like you looking at the clock, like I'm not a club person. I'm not a go out type person. That's just never been my. Even though I DJ now, I could DJ at the club and have a good time. But as soon as I'm done DJing, I'm out the club. I don't hang out and drink and all that. That's just not me.
Yeah.
So I've never been that type of person. But I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody and I was married at the time, if I'm married to you, I shouldn't hinder you from going out. That's what you like to do just because I don't like to do it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, be respectful to me as the person who's at the house waiting on you.
But you know what it is, Lab? Sometimes, like, it's I don't call it trauma, but it's the shock. Like, I can't believe they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And when it happens, you be in kind of like a state where you got to damn near process, like, it bothers you, they did it. Hurt you, they did it. You got to kind of whatever, so mentally you got to kind of get a certain way.
I don't know if it necessarily hurt me. I feel like it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Slick says, I'll come home that late. I do after hour spots, but I feel like I can come home when I want. Not necessarily when you married. You got to be respectful to your husband. Now, if you're not married, sure, you come home whenever you want to come home. I don't care. But when you are married and you have a husband at home or you have a wife at home, you got to give that wife, you got to give that husband, that wife, that grace and respect that you would want them to give you.
I'm gonna say this. I probably 20 years been married. Probably 3 or 4 times I might have drunk a little too much, came home after maybe 2 o'clock. Just speaking, like just with the fellas, whatever. Most time it's about 11, 12. I can say that honestly,
right?
But I do say that's a conversation. Shit like that. Those are probably conversations that people don't really have enough prior to marriage, because we party, we get down, and just assume that we're doing it because if we boyfriend girlfriend or we staying together. I probably shouldn't be doing that shit then.
Okay, but when you get married, though, I don't want to stay on this marriage thing, but this is just an example of people taking ropes and wanting to be a cowboy when you don't say anything, when your silence is compliance. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. What I'm saying is when you get married at a certain age and your maturity, I think those are things you should just know. I'm not gonna disrespect my wife. I come walking in this house at 6 o'clock in the morning.
No. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Oh no. I'm just saying that sometimes I think some things like probably should be like understood prior to, how can I put it? I shouldn't.
So we should have the discussion before.
Not even discussion, be damn understood prior to.
Okay.
Like you just said, I can't just walk in the living room with my underwear on, your girls in there.
Right.
You already know that.
We already know that, right?
So, but I don't necessarily know, like, before going out, because you've been went out with your friends before you got married. And, sit there, we're doing that. Like, if we stand together, I should be doing nothing no different from a behavior standpoint that, once we tie the knot, it should already be done.
And I agree with you, but I put more emphasis on the marriage part because now we're in we're staying together. I get it. But now we done committed to each other more so than just staying together. You can stay together and do your thing and have somebody on the side and she has somebody on the side and whatever. But once you make that commitment towards each other, and I'm going to say it, under God, there's a difference. There should be a difference. There should be emphasis on different things when you get married. You should do things a lot differently when you're married than you would be when you're just shacking up.
I don't know that.
That's just my opinion.
No,
that's like buttholes. Everybody got one, so that's just my opinion.
I feel shit. We should be doing the same damn way before we done turn around and decide to cohabitate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I guess in marriage, you know, it's just marriage is just a serious thing.
I ain't trying to shift how you think. Training Cole said, agreed, Lab, 100% is different when you're married. You know, I ain't trying to change. I just think that cohabitation should be the same going into it. But maybe been a great show. I hope we shed light on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hope we kind of gave everybody some good insights and tips in regards to how to handle certain situations. Because, man, this is some shit I think a lot of people go through, but they suffer in silence with it because they don't have people to talk to. And then sometimes the funny part about when you go through stuff that's close to your personal, your circle shrinks so you can have conversations with it. And sometimes you don't want to have some conversation with your specific partner or your specific girl or whatever because you don't want to tell family business or tell relationship business while you're trying to get advice.
That's true.
And so you have to kind of just deal with it and figure it out by yourself. So I went with close shit go because I started to let you know about my mom and ain't my mama business. I tell you about my girl. Now you really seeing some effed up stuff about my girl. You might not look at it the same way, and vice versa, right? So those kind of conversations are tough. You know, you might have that one friend that you can confide. A lot of times, even that shit tough because you be like, once they say it, you don't want to the point of no return. They say it, you know. So that I'm glad we had this kind of conversation because a lot of times people don't necessarily know how to go about that, guys. And you don't have to break yourself to keep others whole. Real love includes your voice too. Stop silencing your truth because your feelings matter. Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Been a great conversation. Thanks to everybody called in and everything. Appreciate all the love and support. Love you all. Make sure you tune in next week for Mr. Short Dollar. A lot of great conversations and stuff like that with everything. So y'all take it easy, be safe, and I'll talk with you soon. Yeah.